Megan, and today I am going to do another subscribers picked my makeup get ready with me. I asked you guys on Instagram to vote for products that you wanted to see me use, and so I had 2 products in every picture, and then you were able to pick one of those for multiple categories of makeup. So I have all the winners in front of me, and I'm going to go through what won and by how much, and it honestly was pretty much a tie for like everything. You guys were very split evenly. So for the eyeshadow palette, which is always like the basis of any look, you guys picked the Anastasia Prism palette over the Mario Master palette. So this got 52% and the Mario palette got 48%. So I'm very excited to do a look with this because I don't think I've done a get ready with me with this palette with you guys. So can't wait to use that. Then I asked you to vote on either the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue like tinted moisturizer or the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. And with 52%, the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream SPF 30 won just by a very little bit. So we'll be using that today. Then I asked you if you wanted me to contour or bronze. I really don't do either on a regular basis, so either would be like a little bit like different and out of my comfort zone. And with 52% again, Hoola Bronzer won to bronze with. And I know that this is like a contour for some people as well. I find it to be a little warm for like a true like shadowy contour, so I am considering this a bronzer, and the contour I had in that picture was the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. Then I asked you which liquid highlighter you would want me to use, either the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Pearl or my new Wet n Wild liquid highlighter. And with 52% again, the Becca won just by a very little bit. So this is one of my favorite products, so I'm very happy to be using that today. Then I asked you if you wanted me to use colorful or neutral eyeliner, and with 59% this time, colorful eyeliner won. So I had the Stila liquid eyeliner in indigo in the picture. If I want to do something different, like use a different colored eyeliner, I'll use that instead. And finally, I asked you if you want me to do matte or glossy lips, and 59% of you guys said glossy, and I had the L'Oreal, what are these called? Color Shine, I think, yeah, Color Shine lipsticks in that picture. So I will try to use those, but if I need to reach into my other glossy lip options, I will pick something else out. So I will be using other products as well, like a specific blush that I get to choose, like different mascaras, concealers, all that stuff. But these are the products you guys voted on, and I just really find this to be a fun thing to incorporate you into my routine, and also to push me out of my comfort zone. So I always love to start with my eyes, and I did not prime before I started this video, so I am still loving the Milani eyeshadow primer. I try to always use like just about this much per eye, so I don't know how big of an amount that is, but I like to apply it with a brush as well. I find that it just works better for some reason. Today has been a really awesome lazy day. I started watching The Sinner last night on Netflix. It's originally on USA Network, but I totally missed it when it was on. I am so bad about actually watching shows that are on normal TV. I pretty much only watch Netflix or like things like that. So I was very excited to see that it got picked up by Netflix, and so they had like the full season. It's 8 episodes, they're like 40 minutes each. And if you guys love the shows that I love, like any of like murder mysteries, like police, like crime solving, pretty much like a mystery show, oh my god, it was incredible. I watched it in less than 24 hours for sure. I started it last night and finished it this morning. So yes, it is absolutely incredible. Jessica Biel killed it. I have not seen her in anything in years, I swear, but she was also an executive producer of this show. So I thought she did an awesome job. It is for mature audiences. It has violence, drugs, sex, all of it. Like, it is not for the faint of heart. It's very much like a thriller. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. You don't know what's gonna happen, and it was just a super enjoyable show if you like the kind of shows that I do. So it's not like a really fun show to watch, but if you want something that is really gripping, really interesting, very well written, and well developed, you will absolutely love it. So if you've watched it, let me know what you think. And if you need a new show to start, definitely watch it, but be prepared to be hooked. So this is the Anastasia Prism palette. I've honestly only used it probably 3 times. I bought it when it was on sale at Sephora. I will link it below wherever you can buy it, and hopefully it's still on sale. But one of my friends on here, Leora, showed this in one of her videos and said it made the most sexified looks, and it just totally sold me when I could find it on sale. So it does have a few like crazier colors, like obviously this like neon lime green is crazy. This color is not crazy, it's just very interesting. I might use that today because that's my favorite color out of this whole palette. But honestly, when you like eliminate those certain colors, it's a very neutral, usable palette. There's a good mix of mattes and shimmers. We have Lure, which is a shimmer, Saturn, Unity, Eden, and Parallel, and Obsidian is just a straight black, and Sphere, that crazy one, is also a matte. And then the rest are like really nice shimmers. They apply best with the fingers because they are like, I don't know how to describe this consistency, but it's like thick. Like you have to get your finger in there. It doesn't pick up as well on a brush, I've noticed. And now I just like destroyed my hand with that eyeshadow. But it's a palette that I haven't really explored very much. So we will see where this goes. Anastasia palettes always come with a little double-ended brush, at least as far as the ones that I have. It has this little like flat little like pack-on brush and then a crease brush. And I find this crease brush to be really useful because it's not too flimsy. It really can blend and buff the shadow, which is what you want. And so I actually find this a really nice brush to be included in a palette. So I'm pretty much just going to be chilling at home for the rest of the day, so I don't have to do anything very subdued. I can go whatever way that I want. The look that I've absolutely loved, I want to do that look, but I also want to push myself out of my comfort zone. I think I'll do a little bit of the look that I've really loved with this palette, and I really want to try this Sphere color. It's just fascinating to me, that color. So the color I usually start with is Unity. It's kind of a weird like yellowy cream color, and I know this won't work on every skin tone, but I actually really like it to start off my crease, and it just adds a little bit of shading, and it helps the other shadows that I put in my crease to blend and not be just like a stark line at the end. So I'm just using the brush that it comes with and just buffing that into my crease. And I use this palette, I did use this palette once for the Justin Timberlake concert, and I showed you guys, and that was kind of the look I was going to go for. So I'm going to have to really push myself and do something different, which is the point of this. Okay, I think I am going to go into Sphere, which is that crazy color, and I'm wiping off the brush on, I always have like a towel on my lap that I can wash instead of just using paper towels and like having a lot of waste. So I'm going to pick up Sphere. Oh my god, I'm scared. Should I put down a base? I don't know. I am just going to lay this down. It's very pigmented. I've never had such a color on my eye. Wow. It's very like brightening. That's very interesting. So let's see what happens. That honestly goes on a lot better than I thought. I thought it would be like really patchy or something, but it's actually really cool. If you're going to like Coachella or something, I feel like this eyeshadow would work really well. Oh my gosh, it honestly looks really cool. And I would not probably have ever pushed myself to do this because I just thought it would look absolutely crazy. So that's honestly really sick. I like that a lot. I think that this lucid like white color could look really cool on the inner corner. So let me just try to use my finger because like I said, they definitely work better like packed on. And this has like a yellowy tint to it. So that looks pretty cool. You guys, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just having fun out here, especially on a day that I know I'm not gonna like see anyone. This is the time to play around with makeup. So that's honestly really cool. I think that would look cool over top of it as well. Like just a little bit. I like how it looks matte. So I'm just gonna put this on like the inner third. Just kind of have it go from shimmer to matte. I honestly really like that. I am going to pack some more of that lime green on. That is so cool, you guys. Like, I just can't get over it. And I'm surprised how pigmented it is. And it's like, it's just not as scary as I thought. I don't know. It just looks really scary in the pan to me. I think on a normal day, I would just leave it as is, but I think I might try to deepen up the crease ever so slightly. Like, I really don't want to make this a look that I absolutely would not wear. So I think, let's see, if you use like the orangey colors, I think it would look like a sunset. I'm gonna go into Eden, which is like I would say like a coral, and Saturn is more of a burnt orange. So I'm going into Eden, and just on the outer corner, this is a matte as well, and just kind of like blend that up, kind of where we put Unity. And I will say that the mattes, while they are super, super nice, they're very powdery. So if you don't like powdery eyeshadows, you probably won't like this formula, but I really enjoy the Anastasia palettes that I have. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I think I like it better without, but we've already gone there, so let's just keep going. Yeah, so I watched The Sinner this weekend. That was like really productive, but really relaxing. Like productive in terms of now I checked a TV show off my list. The next show that I probably am going to watch is The Staircase, which I believe is like a docu-series, like true crime, and so that got like a little bit of buzz a while ago, but I haven't heard too much about it lately, so I'm going to jump on that probably, but this week is going to be cray cray. So this weekend was actually really nice and really relaxing, honestly. Like, I went to a class yesterday, like a full day of like just a class me, my cousin, and my mom went to about WordPress, but it was really, really useful class, like not only for my hobby, which is YouTube, but also my job. And I don't use WordPress in either, but my cousin was going, and I never get to do stuff like that with her. So me and my mom went with her, and it was really great to spend the day all together. But the class was applicable to so many things in terms of like creating content for the internet. So it was absolutely great. I don't normally ever do like classes like on the weekends or whatever, but it was really a great day. So if you see WordCamp come to your town or your city, it was really worthwhile, and it was only $20, and we got like all of our money and more, so it was definitely worth it. Okay, so I think that's a really cool look. Like, I would not normally create a look like this, but I think it's cool. So I'm going to leave it as is, but I'll leave the eyeshadows open just in case I get inspired. So I think, I think this liner would look cool, but I also have this lime green liner. I wonder how that would look with this. Actually, with this lime green liner, I always have to put like a dark, I usually have to put like a dark liner down, so I will put the Indigo Stila on first, and then we can see how that looks, and if I want to accentuate it with the lime green, we can do that. So that is it with the Indigo liner, and I think that honestly looks really cool. Once I have my mascara on, I think I'll be able to tell if I want to add anything else or not, so I'm going to just move on to my face makeup. I've been using the First Aid Beauty Bendy Concealer ever since I showed you guys it in my other Get Ready With Me, like last weekend's Get Ready With Me, and I honestly really like it. I think that it's a really good concealer. I'm enjoying it, so I'm going to use this today. I pretty much used it every day since, and it's just like a nice lightweight concealer, and it's just good. It's like, it's a very solid concealer. It's nice for someone that doesn't like to look totally made up, which I like that more natural look whenever possible, so yeah, this is a really nice concealer for people like us, and I think that it will go really well with the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Cream, because that's also like a really nice natural looking product. And I will say that the Bare Minerals is more, I think I'll like it more in the winter. I only just got it like a few months ago, so I haven't used it in the winter, but it is very glowy. Like throughout the day it gets very glowy. So I like to apply this with my hands. I have the shade Opal 1, and like I said, I think in the winter this is going to be better. I have like glitters on my fingers from the eyeshadow, so I am going to wash my hands first. Now I don't have glitter on my hands. Oh my god, I still do, you guys. I just washed my hands. That's like after I went to the Kesha concert, I still am finding glitter like on my purse and in my purse and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I like this applied best with hands. I usually think that most things blend in better with hands, but especially like tinted moisturizers, you're looking for them to be easy, and so using your hands just makes the most sense anyway. But this is like a really lightweight, I think, yeah, gel cream. That's what they say on the tube, and I would definitely say that that is how it is. It's a nice light coverage. Don't expect like incredible coverage from this, and it is dewy. It is like a dewy finish. So in the summer, I honestly much prefer wearing matte foundations because my skin is going to naturally get more dewy throughout the day. But in the winter, I think this is going to be great. And if you're going for like that, like glass skin, like all that kind of stuff, like to have really like glowy, dewy skin, this is an awesome product for you. But if you have oily skin, I don't think that you would really enjoy this unless you like having a lot of glow, but I feel like most people with oily skin are trying to get rid of that glow. So with this, I actually like to set it a little bit usually. I've been really liking my Hourglass Diffuse Light Powder for like my T-zone. So I just take a little and do under my eyes and like the sides of my nose, like pretty much my whole nose. And then I go into like between my brows and like my chin, just that whole center of the face because I do like having the glow like on my cheeks and stuff. We're gonna add more glow, but those areas I do like to just help it a little bit, make it look not like oily from the start of the day. So I've been enjoying to do that if I'm wearing like a more glowy foundation. When I wear my Estee Lauder Double Wear, I don't usually do that. Okay. Let's see. Sometimes I switch it up, but I'm going to do my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector now. Applying with hands is the best. So I just try to get a very little bit, like I've never used a full pump of this. I try to get the smallest amount that I can. And then I just tap it like above my brows, next to my eye, and on my cheeks. And this is by far the most natural liquid highlighter you will ever find. It is undetectable on the skin, and it just gives your skin the most beautiful, glowy, like gloss to it without being sticky, without being sparkly. It is, I'm using the mirror backwards, that's great. It's literally just like this dewy glow. This does not need it, but it looks really great on it no matter what. And if you have very dry skin, you can mix this in with any foundation and it just gives it a glow. Just looks absolutely stunning. So I love this product. I saw that Jeffree Star is coming out with liquid highlighters, and for some reason they are really tempting me because I'm loving this. I love the Wet n Wild one that was in this like competition. This one's really good. It's more like actual like shimmer. This is just like this insane glow to your skin. So I've never bought anything from Jeffree Star, and after watching the Shane Dawson like series on him, I feel slightly different about Jeffree Star. So I don't know. That's like a whole tangent, but I did see that he's coming out with them, and I'm just really loving the liquid illuminator right now. Then I would possibly use a powder highlighter on top of this, but I don't know what blush will really go with this. So I'm going to start with the bronzer because I have to use this for this challenge. And I think that this eye look honestly goes with bronzer because this is like a really summery eye look to me. So I'm just going to get a little bit. I know now they have a Hula Light for us really fair girls. So this is just the normal Hula. This is a little deluxe size that Chloe gave me one Christmas or one birthday like a few years ago. I never really use it because I never really use bronzer. So I wanted to at least do one or the other, bronzer or contour, and honestly either one would look good with this look. I think contour might have looked a little better, but I'm just going to kind of put this on my cheeks as well. Then we'll just do like a pop of color right on the apples of the cheeks. And I really miss being at the beach. I'm so bummed because when we were in Ocean City this year, it was such terrible weather. Like, I barely even got to be in the sunshine, let alone like enjoy like swimming or anything. So I've been really wanting to plan a trip, like even just a long weekend to Ocean City, but it's just so expensive, you guys. And I bought like all those Lady Gaga tickets and stuff, so I really can't, but I really want to be at the beach. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I know right now I'm going to use my brow product, and the Anastasia Brow Definer is what I've been reaching for because I've been trying to use it up. This eyebrow has been bugging me lately. It's like, for some reason it seems like it's like thicker or something than the other one, and I just need to figure it out. I don't even know if they are, like, looking at them, they don't actually look different, but in my mind, they are very different. Now I like to do my mascara, and I opened this week. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Plumping Mascara with Hyaluronic Acid. I bought this a few months ago, never opened it because I had other mascaras going at the time. And I like it. I am not in love with it by any means. I don't really love this brush. It's like a cone shape, but the part for the inner corner is not quite small enough for my eyes, so it is still like hard to maneuver for me. And I've been getting so used to the L'Oreal Telescopic that has such a small like comb style brush that it's really easy for me to get in those like inner corner lashes. And I don't know, it gives me like nice volume for sure, but I'm just not in love with it right now. I think it's a little clumpy for just being opened, so I don't really love it, but we'll see if my opinion changes on it because it has only been a week. And I am so surprised about this eyeshadow, you guys. This is so not my style, but it's so cool. Like, I really like it, and I think this black mascara is going to give it such good contrast. And I think I'm going to do a lavender blush, even though that doesn't, like, it honestly doesn't really show up. But I'll try to pack it on and have it show up. I'll force it to show up. So this week, well, you're seeing this after this happens, but I am traveling for work this week, and when you guys are watching this, I am hanging out with my best friend Alyssa. We like planned this weekend like months ago because it's really hard to make plans as an adult. Like, I'm sure you guys all know, but I've complained about how I have to make plans like months in advance. So it's finally time for us to have our weekend together. And so we just have like a bunch of stuff we want to do. I'm using the like bubblegum lavender color out of the NARS Wanted 1 palette. She got a fractured prune near where she lives, so we're gonna go to that. I'm gonna use a little bit of the highlighter from this palette. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna drink. We're going to probably watch the Taylor Swift like 1989 World Tour movie on Apple TV, or Apple Music I mean, because we went to that and we watched it before, but now that we've seen her again, we're like, we need to watch it. So probably gonna watch that. We just have like all sorts of random things planned. Then the last thing is lips, and what would look really good with this? I would love to have a lipstick like the color of my crease, but the only thing I can think of that would be similar to that is MAC Kinda Sexy, and that's a matte. And I said glossy, but if we had a gloss on top of it, that's kind of like cheating, but I think that would look really good. Let's see. This is one of those lipsticks that everyone should have. It just feels good. It looks good with like warm tone looks. That honestly like matches it really well. I kept this in my purse for such a long time because it just went with so many things. And then I'm going to use the YSL Gloss Volupte in number 20, which I think is called Nude Carrot, and it's pretty much just like clear. Yes, glossy. And you guys know I just love YSL lip products. So I think that's it, you guys. I really love the eyeshadow. I love the eyeshadow and I love the lips the most out of this whole look. But I would really encourage you, especially if you have this palette, to try this sphere color and see what you think. And if you have a palette that you've always been curious about, like one kind of like out there color, but you've never tried it, try it. It's really fun to push yourself, and usually I always like the looks that I come up with when I push myself out of my comfort zone. Like, I could have done so many more neutral looks, but because of this challenge, I wanted to impress you guys, and that sphere color is definitely the most like standout color from that whole palette, like in terms of uniqueness. And it is just really cool. So I love this look, love this palette. I really have been tempted by the Soft Glam palette. I think that it looks like the most perfect like neutral palette ever. This is the Master palette by Mario that I also have. I like this palette, but I feel like all the colors are so similar. It makes like the same look every time, and I'm just not inspired as much by this palette as I thought that I would be. I thought, oh, I would reach for this palette all the time because it's like neutrals, but they're all kind of the same depth. So it's hard to make like a defined look. It usually looks like really muddy. So I'm honestly glad you guys didn't pick this palette because I like the Prism a lot more. But yeah, I would be curious to try more by Anastasia because I've been really impressed with these palettes. So that is it. These were all the products that you guys picked on my Instagram, and I really appreciate all of you who voted. It was so cool to see what the numbers were for each one and how close it truly was for pretty much all of these categories. So I will do this again another time because I have so much fun doing it, and I just like really appreciate you guys participating, watching, liking, commenting, all the stuff that you do. It's just so cool, and I just really thank you for doing it. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this different look from me, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.